I feel like everybody should have a pet sometime in their life.
I agree.
Because it'll bring you joy in some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think I was allergic to like dogs and cats and stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out I was just like, allergic to a certain type of grass. But animals are just so like precious, and they always just like having a animal that's gonna be there for you.
They're very pure.
Literally, yeah.
Especially dogs.
Yeah. To have a dog, I always wanted a dog, especially after like seeing shows growing up in like movies.
Facts.
Like Up.
Hell yeah.
Seeing like Johnny Test,
mm-hmm.
Dog with a Blog.
Facts.
I'm sorry, we're doing the same thing, like
no
these classics, but Scooby Doo. It's having that. I always wanted that. I'm glad I have a dog now. And even though literally last time I went to go see her, like literally over Easter break,
mm-hmm.
she gets upset. She gets like emotional, not emotional, but like angry. So since I was gone for so long, because I didn't come back for spring break.
Mm-hmm.
She literally, I don't know you. I'm not cool with you no more. You abandoned me for real.
Yeah.
Well, went up to every single person in my family.
Mm-hmm.
Me ignored me when I came through the door.
Yeah.
Then, literally like a couple hours later, my parents like left.
Yeah.
And then it was just me, my sister, and my dog. And she comes up to me. I guess I forgive you, basically. Like, and then starts like pulling up next to me, falls asleep. And it's like, okay, you still my dog. You know what I mean? Like, you're still my dog at the end of the day. But I will say a story of when we first got her. I was the only one in my family to really like her. I just wanted a dog in general.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a Basenji Terrier mix, I think. But you're barely gonna find a dog that looks exactly like her. I've never seen a dog that looks exactly like her, ever. But
similar. A little bit, no.
Like, I can show you a picture, but she literally just like, she's old too, but not that old, but like older than she looks. Like, people still think she's like a puppy, but definitely have an appreciation for having a dog now, because if I didn't have a dog, I don't know with certain things how I would feel necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's kind of small.
Yeah, no, she's like a medium.
Yeah, that's a very unique pattern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's my baby dog right there.
Yes, sir.
Well,
yeah, I've always grew up with I've never had my own personal dog, but like family dog for sure. Like my dad attested this too. Like his first ever, I don't know if it was his first ever pit bull, but his first ever pit bull, like while I was alive, was named DOG, like DOG, like dog. Like, is that not crazy? Like genius though.
That's hilarious.
He literally named him DOG. DOG had to be put down. I think DOG like bit a kid or something, bro, or something. I don't remember. It's not funny, right? But anyway, then we get Rose. Rose had like a nice ass pattern. He was also a pit bull. He was a blue nose. And then I remember we moved, so we had to get rid of him. And then my most recent dog, Smoke just turned 9. He's also a pit bull. Like, I've always had only pit bulls. I'm not gonna lie. My sister had a Chihuahua. She actually still has Candy, but that was never my dog. That was always hers, you know?
Yeah.
And then we actually had a small dog when I was super little, Storm. I'm actually thinking about it, but these are like my mom's dogs.
Yeah.
Mostly I'm talking about my dad's. But yeah, I agree though. I think having a pet teaches you a lot of, it brings you companionship, but it teaches you a lot of responsibility too.
Yeah.
It teaches you to be like empathetic, I guess, in a way. Empathetic is something that's like not alike as you know?
Because they're basically like kids.
For sure.
Like, it's a simpler version of a kid that you really gotta like take care of. I'm acting like I really do because now she kind of shifted. Not really my dog anymore. More my mom's dog.
Yeah.
I like went down on the pecking order of like her favorites, I guess. But is what it is. But still, like realizing my dog gets sick like a human. I'm not even gonna lie. I think my dog has asthma. No, but like she really has like emotions and gets sick and gets hurt, and it's like, okay, it does teach you to take care and has needs.
Yeah.
Has needs. So a pet, if there's any parents that are wondering how do I teach my kid on like caring about other people if they're only child, like, all right, take care of a pet. Yeah, give them some companionship. I feel like companionship is important
for sure,
especially growing up. I feel like one, we both have siblings. We both have sisters, so that's like we got a little bit of just like knowing how to deal with another person.
Yeah. How to share.
Yeah. But if somebody is not doesn't have that, and get a pet. Yeah. Companionship is important. Somebody else or something else that
you have
needs.
You gotta consider.
Yeah, is very important. Like you can't do this because somebody else. That's important. That's very important. I did want to also talk about just like us both having sisters. Yeah. And that topic, the discussion, how much that's like taught us. I feel like having a sister taught me so much.
No, for sure.
And just like, cause I get a guy's perspective, but being able to like learn from my sister and understand her perspective on her life. Yeah. I feel like it's been very important for me.
Yeah. No, for sure. Years. For sure. I could say the same. I feel like growing up in a household with like all girls or all women, like definitely teaches you that there's another side to the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that like men can't be empathetic or sympathetic and have like emotion, but yeah, like they definitely open some doors for me, I can say. You know what I'm saying? Aside from like I had like the opportunity of living with both of my parents growing up, and I could definitely say that there was a difference, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like being in a house with your dad and then being in a house with not only your mom, but like all women, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, sometimes, like it can be a pain, bro. The only guy, but I love my family, bro. I love my mom and my sisters. They done taught me so much about the world that like I feel like nobody else could have taught me, man or woman, you know? Yeah. But yeah, aside from all of that though, like definitely I feel like especially having sisters will bring you like a different sense of like support. Cause like my sister is like so supportive of like pretty much everything I do, you know what I'm saying? And like I thank her for that. But I feel like, you know, if I were to have a brother, you know what I'm saying, who's to say that he would be the same way? Yeah. So really just like I appreciate my sisters, bro. Yeah. Would I have liked to have had a brother? I couldn't even say that at this point because, you know. But growing up, definitely, like, I wish I had a brother. Like,
I feel like the older I got, the more appreciative I've got for my sister.
For sure. For sure.
Like, in terms of, like, literally in this episode, how much I've literally said, oh, yeah, she put me on with this.
Facts.
But I really do appreciate my sister a lot.
Before this, like, my sister sent me the... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just trying to help out. Like, that's the type of shit I really appreciate.
My sister was, like, recording. It's small things that
for sure,
I know my sister's always there for me. And it could be a sister thing. It could just be who she is, just herself. But not only that is she my sister, she's my older sister. And has always kind of just been there. Also as, like, someone to look up to say.
For sure. Being the youngest too.
Like. Yeah, like we'll basically go through a path so I can weed out like what I can do, how to deal with life basically. She's like the first one to do it with all things. Yeah. So it's like I really do appreciate her a lot. She's taught me so much. But that's why I always say she's my best friend. But yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And always gonna be there too.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
I know if anything goes down, my sister's ready to like
for sure
fly here instantly. But Yeah.
Yeah.
I think having siblings is special, but for me, from my perspective, having a sister, an older sister, has been
For sure.
something. And if you could relate to that, you could relate to that.
For sure. For sure. It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing growing up in the house with both of them. We're not gonna lie. I pray for my family all the time too, a lot, pretty much every day. Just like just for, you know what I'm saying, continuous health, continuous like prosperation. My sister is in a totally different state, so your sister is too.
Yeah.
It's like you don't get to see your family as often, so just like keeping them in your thoughts in that matter is important, bro. Just family in general too. Like I feel like you know, if your family is your support system, then you definitely understand where you're coming from in this aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they can be your support, but then also like the reason you like wake up and want to, you know what I'm saying, go after your goals as well. And sometimes like they can be more motivation to you than they even know in a way, more than you could even put into words almost like. So I don't know, man. That's one time for family.
Yeah, I honestly don't know where I'd be without my family.
No,
like,
definitely.
Because there's families that like give like, oh, here's this, here's that. But there's families that like teach you this is how you
Absolutely
do this. This is how you go about that. So it's like I would say my like parents, my sister, they've always taught me and showed me like this is how you do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you like my dad used to be like, all right, you're gonna take my card, but you're gonna pay for this. Like when I was little, like you're gonna pay for the dinner for the family, so you know how to do it. Like you're gonna be real uncomfortable doing it. You not, or like you're gonna make this reservation. You're gonna be real uncomfortable. You're not gonna like it, but you're gonna get to a point now where it's just like, okay, it's fine.
It's natural,
yeah. You know how to like interact with people in that way.
Absolutely.
Would put me in situations where they know I'd be uncomfortable, but just it goes into that like being uncomfortable. But we just talked about in episode 1. But yeah, my family definitely has always tried to teach me how to do things myself. So now I'm at the point where I'm really seeing it come into fruition with a lot of stuff that I'm doing.
For sure.
Where it's like I'm capable and able to even one come out here to Chicago, but two like be able to get an internship, know how to talk to for an interview, and then know how to talk in a job to maintain it. You know what I mean? Know that hard work ethic and stuff like that. That they've all shown me like this is what you got to do, and this is what we've been drilling into your head since you were little.
For sure.
So it's definitely one time for family, as you were saying.
One time for family, bro. I mean, I agree with everything you said. The idea of like your dad really putting you in situations and instilling in you that there are going to be situations that make you uncomfortable. That doesn't mean you can't get through them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's literally like something as simple as like your dad making you pay for a dinner with his card or pay for, or make a reservation on the phone or something like that is why you're so comfortable in a sense, not in your comfort zone. The reason you were able to like travel to Chicago and hold your own, you know what I'm saying? Because of small little lessons like that. You know how many, I can't even imagine how many probably reservations you've had to make since that call by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so like that in itself is just like, I don't know, I feel like that's the beauty in family too, teaching and, you know what I'm saying, being able to like, I guess, pass on, what's the word I'm looking for? Pass on, I guess, like lessons. The word would truly be wisdom, you know, but lessons, wisdom, little cheat codes to life that like, you know what I'm saying, your parents have went through, got through, is definitely a blessing in itself, bro.
Yeah. I would say also, I gotta mention just like how much my mom has taught me on just like not even by the words said, but just interactions alone.
Definitely.
And I feel like because there's always people that like can tell you this is what you gotta do.
Yeah.
The silent, just like watching my mom and just like how strong she is.
Yeah.
And just like the things that she either going up in like the workforce in terms of like, okay, she's gonna be looked down upon, one, not just because she's a woman, but a black woman. At that, she's gonna have a lot of people that don't want her in like the rooms that she's in or look at her differently or want to listen to her. but to be not only know that people are gonna look down on her because of that, but to push that to the side and still move up in the way that she did, it's just like I couldn't be more just like grateful to have that just like as my mom. You know what I mean?
Even say like proud, like you be proud of your parents.
I'm so proud because
sure.
it's just like I'm like I have a real strong mom that's really gonna like make sure she gets what she got to get done, and not only that, to be working that hard, but in like her own stuff that she wants to do, but also be there so much for the family. You know what I mean? Like making sure whether it was school stuff and like make sure we're all situated because she has so much stuff on her plate. But to take her plate and our plate, you know what I mean? Take some of our plate, make sure we're good. The most I could do now is just like try to make sure I take up as much as my plate as I like possibly can. So no,
for sure, bro, for sure. I definitely feel like our moms, they are owed all the credit, bro. I feel the same way. Like my mom is like incredibly strong, but she's also like she's like a hustler. You know what I'm saying? She's honestly like one of the best people I know at networking. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like she'll meet somebody like in a grocery store, or she'll meet somebody like walking, you know what I'm saying? And just so happen to like take their Facebook, take their number down because like you never know like when this person could like help you or vice versa. Yeah. Like my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? She sells, so like she knows in a sense how to like sell herself. And that's something that I really like, I feel like I grasped onto like very young. And she still tries to make me get it. Like she tries to make me like, you ever like understand and know when like a mom is trying to get you to understand a lesson? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, mom, like, yeah, like I know. But the only reason I know is because you've instilled that into me so much to the point where like I know that it's important. And I know that like that's what I have to do in order to like elevate myself. My mom has also been like super strong in terms of like I've seen her like bills. So like my parents weren't together pretty much for as long as I can remember, but my mom has always held her ground. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's always made sure that like you said, like we've had a place to stay. We've had food on our, literally the food. Like my mom is like an amazing cook. Something as simple as like the food that she makes. You know what I'm saying? The meals that she prepares when I come home, sometimes on the weekend and stuff. Like I'm grateful for that. Yeah. But aside from that, like we also got to understand that like you said, bro, taking her plate and all these external problems and all these external goals and stuff that she probably has on the other side, like she probably has on the side, being able to like balance stacks. Like moms wear many hats, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like my mom is like, she's like now a newly created grandma, you know, like so it's like she just has so much like, I don't know. She has so much virtue within her, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She impacts everybody's lives that she's in. Yeah. So much to the point where like she probably won't even understand. Yeah. She actually just FaceTimed me like an hour ago.
I was just on the phone with my parents. Like,
yeah. When I looked at my computer, I seen her call it. I was like, oh. But yeah, bro, shout out to moms, man. Yeah. Like you said,
they always know too.
Yeah.
They know everything, bro. Yeah. Like on some intuition
for sure.
Timing.
For sure.
Like even on some like I can't find, people know I can't find this in my closet.
Yeah, facts. Even you can't find something period and then they just like randomly find it.
It'd be the most humbling shit. Like I'm not gonna lie. Find it in seconds too, because I swear, I kid you not, Mom, when you're watching this, I know you're gonna watch this, but like when you're watching this, just know when I was younger, I was searching up and down my closet for that hoodie, that school hoodie, whatever it was. I was looking for it.
The envelope, whatever they was looking for.
It wasn't there.
Facts.
It was not there. Unless you just had it in your closet and came up with it and took it out of my closet or whatever.
No, for real.
I looked for it. I don't know what you did. I don't know if it just appeared, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what type of sleight of hand.
Real, bro.
But you
that's what I'm saying, though.
You got it.
That's that mother's touch, though.
Yeah.
Shout out my mom, for real, man. Love you.
No.
I don't know. What you thinking? I think we at 3 hours now.
3 hours. Man.
I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah.
I think that giving our mothers credit for all the successes and like the goals we've been able to accomplish.
Yeah.
Obviously, it goes without saying that we wouldn't be here without them. You know.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing something like this. We wouldn't have the ideas.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have been here in general.
Yeah.
The 0 point.
I wouldn't have like the ideas. I feel like I wouldn't necessarily have the confidence that I have if, you know what I'm saying, my mom didn't speak that into me, letting me know that like, don't box yourself in. You can do whatever it is you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? Something like can lead to, you know, something as pretty cool as this. Something as, you know, creative as such. And like to that, owe you nothing but respect. I gotta call you back.
Yeah, but the woman that brought us into this world.
Exactly. Shout out to the women that brought us into this world.
Much appreciated.
Exactly.
And
bro.
people need to appreciate that where it's due.
Mm-hmm.
Our moms do a lot for us.
Yeah.
Moms do a lot.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not the perfect son.
Yeah.
But.
Me either. Nobody's perfect.
Right. But yeah.
End of the day.
For sure. It's the word, Cam. You wanna, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Cam, you want me to wrap it up? You want me to wrap it up? I'll wrap it up.
You want to say something? I'll say something.
You want to wrap it up? I'll wrap it up. All right, bet.
You say something, I'll say something.
All right, bet. Yeah. Guys, this episode, was all over the place. Yeah. I do feel like we covered a lot of great topics, though. Aside from the great topics, we had a lot of humorous conversations. Appreciate y'all for tuning in once again, man. This is always like super, like, I don't know. It's very releasing to me, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have this conversation, come in here, close the door. So like, to the people that are out there like enjoying it, just understanding like we enjoying the process too. So appreciate y'all. And yeah,
definitely.
So
also for this being the last time to the fall, when next time we're recording in this studio, I will be a junior and you will be grad student. So
damn.
But
real.
We may have some summer stuff coming.
Definitely.
After you see this video, you may have some special for the following weeks. Just for a little summertime fun.
Yeah.
So we really do appreciate everybody up to this point.
Yeah.
From the people from Amani who brought us into this podcast studio, gave us a chance to even being here, picking up our calls and responding to our texts every day. About just like getting in the studio, the time and everything like that.
Yeah.
To our families, of course, we were just talking about family. To our families who've been supportive in us, our friends that have been so supportive in us as well.
Shout out the guys, man.
All the people that have been riding this wave with us and really just like seeing something special in this. We really do appreciate you because we're gonna try to keep coming out with our best quality content possible.
Yes, sir.
We want to create this family, this nice and cozy family, that we can really ride and keep going with for years to come.
Yes, sir.
So, as always, like,
subscribe.
Well, what did you say last time?
What did I say?
Leave a nice like, leave a cozy comment.
Yeah, nice like, a cozy comment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and subscribe to the podcast because we're going to keep running this thing up.
Yes, sir.
All the way. I said this thing the other day. I said, how you going to say like, oh, you can't be up in the clouds, bro. I'm reaching for the stars. Like, what are we doing?
No, for real.
What are we doing, though?
Yeah.
We're trying to run this up.
For sure.
And we're trying to bring people together in general.
Yeah.
Podcast by the people, for the people. One time for the one time.
Yes, sir.
We'll
Shout out to
you
you
guys.
man.
Peace.